You're allowed 50 each, and you've got about, what's the total on the Kinners, Claire?
188.
Ministry of Fisheries, do you mind if we come on board? Yes. Thank you. Lovely. I'd say the binoculars, to be honest. Probably since we stopped here. There's a few boys on the bow, they're all waiting for us to come across.
On board the Takapū, there's a group of guys who appear to be in the middle of a week-long party, involving hunting, fishing and an awful lot of beer.
Can I ask you, what sort of catch have you got on board? Just to get an idea of things. Right here, okay.
It's obviously been a successful trip. The shooters have bagged a couple of stags and nobody's exceeded the limits for crayfish or blue cod.
10 fresh crows here.
There's a bin, yeah.
10 fresh crows here.
Another couple of blue cod frames.
What have we got then?
Yeah.
That's 38 in total.
38, all right.
But just as everything's coming to a close, something happens that takes even hardened fisheries officers by surprise.
Get that on national television, boy!
It's going.
The G-string has been cut off the back of a red deer stag, and the man's convinced he's arrived in paradise.
I'm a hunter-gatherer. Yep, shot this morning, fresh off the fjords. Thought I'd carve it up and make a bit of clothing.
Live off the land.
Living the dream. Indeed.
His idea of living the dream might not suit everybody, but he'll definitely be going home with a bunch of stories.
I've caught the biggest crow in my life. I've never caught so many blue cod in my life. I've caught a fjordland red stag. Drunk a dozen each day since I've been here. I haven't been to bed before midnight every night. Amongst top 8 blokes. Where else would you want to be? Hey. You're a fellow. You're a roar. Here we go.
It's an impressive display of what happens when too many guys spend too much time together in the wilderness.
I think the longer you're in the fjordland area, sometimes they get a bit lonely and a bit stir-crazy. They're all cooped up in that boat, and there's obviously a bit of stir-craziness going on over there. Yeah.
Apart from the odd behavioural issue, the men on board the Takapū were compliant with the rules for the region. It's early afternoon and Gary and a team of fishery officers are setting up a checkpoint near Marokopa, south of Kawhia.
There's a lot of undersized power in the area, and that's probably the main aim, just to try and curb that. There's a little bit of kinner as well that we're looking at, but generally it's going to be power, excess power and undersized power. That is the concern.
The weather and tides are perfect for diving, so the team are expecting a busy day, and 2 officers are sent to report on activity down at the beach.
We've got to be careful when we put up a roadblock to make sure that people don't get warned off by other people going into the beach, so we have to get into position pretty quickly and be ready to go at a moment's notice, just based on what our people at the beach tell us.
But Gary needn't worry. There's no traffic either going to or from the beach. Yeah. It's not until later in the afternoon that anybody begins to move.
G'day, guys. How you going? Doing a bit of diving?
Yep.
Yeah. Did you get it for me?
Yeah.
What do you got, guys?
Kinners.
Kinners. Oh, well, let's have a look, eh? No powers in there?
Oh, yeah.
A few powers too? Let's have a look.
The guys in the car have been fishing, and they've got a large haul of kinner.
Here's some kinners. Just the 2 of you guys at work, was there?
Yep.
Yeah? We'll have a look, see what we got, eh? Is that the whole lot? Anything else in there, guys? Got some in there? Good. And this one too?
Kinners.
Kinners as well. Oh, you had a good day on the kinners, eh? Do you guys know your rules on how many kinners you're allowed?
50, I think.
Yeah, you're right on it. Yeah, we're right on it, mate. That's the lot, is it? Yeah, okay, let's have a quick look through.
Knowing that your limit is 50 kinners each is one thing, keeping to it is another. And these guys were either not counting or didn't care.
Thanks, guys. Hold on, let's see what we got here.
While Gary starts the count, another car arrives at the checkpoint, and these guys have been fishing too.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to get something and we're just going to have a look at what you've got, and we'll just Won't take too long at all.
But any thought this might be quick disappears as soon as Paul empties the guy's fishing sack.
Try and get them in there.
It's filled with undersized power. Back at the other car, Gary and Claire have completed the count, and it isn't good news for the guys who've been diving.
So unfortunately, yeah, there's no legal ones there, so they're all going to be undersized.
You've got 18 powers, which are all undersized. Do you know how big they're supposed to be, guys?
Not me.
No?
I was the one who picked them.
Were you? Yeah. You're the one that picked them? Oh, OK. Did you pick any, sir? No? Just you, OK. Yeah, well, they need to be 125. OK. And as far as the kinners go, both you guys pick the kinners? Yep. Yep, OK. You're allowed 50 each, and you've got about... What's the total on the kinners, Claire?
188.
188, OK, guys. So you're allowed 100, so you're 88 over.
While Gary sorts out his two,
Seafood.
over at the second car, the guys have stayed within their limit as far as numbers are concerned, but all their power are undersized.
Some details. And what did you gather?
50 kinnet and 10 power. I was going to fry for dinner tonight. There's 5 of us living in the house. I've got 2 children.
Mr.
2 each.
Yeah, it's not many, eh?
TT is extra
If you got someone that you're thinking you had like 20 something.
Until we come along, eh?
We very rarely...
The interviews all go the same way. Nobody is offering any excuses. But all these guys are going to get a lesson in legal catch sizes and something a lot less welcome in the mail.
Well, I'll take this back to my office and we'll have a talk to the boss about it. You guys haven't been in trouble with fisheries before in the past, eh? OK. I'm pretty sure this will be dealt with by way of an infringement notice. If you get prosecuted, you either get a warning or an infringement notice in the post. OK?
Not a big humongous thing.
Eh? Not a big humongous one, no.
Oh, massive.
No, not too bad at all. But anyway, thanks for your cooperation, guys. No, that's all right. See you later.
As their car rattles off down the road, the two guys have time to contemplate that a day out fishing has turned out to be very expensive.
They'll certainly get a wake-up call, and I see no reason why they won't be prosecuted, so, yeah.
The guys in the other car are facing a similar fate. Their fishing trip cost them $250 each.
Hey guys, you got to feed a kinner, so it's not a wasted effort. You got some,
that's why I didn't get pull the neighbours.
you got some Kai-moana as well, so it's all good, eh? So hey, look, thanks for your time. It's been good to be able to deal with you. You know, you've been good to deal with. Appreciate that. And you'll get something in the mail probably in the next couple of weeks.
The other two offenders were later fined. The driver received a $250 fine for excess kinner. His friend in the orange, 3 $250 fines for undersized power, excess power and excess kinner. He was also fined $500 for giving false particulars.